It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Adventure Cave Tours. Live a day in the life of a real adventurer with Adventure Cave Tours. The Springfield Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, good morning. It is Sarah and Diana because Ethan is gone. So instead, we invited Diana, who is a great fill-in because she's equally as hilarious and maybe even cute. You know what I mean? So,
well, welcome. Let's do some news.
I know. Yeah, right. That's Ethan's line. So good job. All right. We will begin with some news for you. Springfield police arrested a man believed to be responsible for breaking into and stealing lots of money and lots of merchandise at some big businesses in town. Officers say Dante McDonough got away with merchandise and money at a handful of businesses like Menards, Casey's, Walgreens, Walmart, just to name a few. Fortunately, many of those businesses had good security cameras, so they got him on tape. Investigators estimate that he got away with $3,700 worth of merchandise and cash. His bond is now set at $25,000 in the Greene County Jail.
Catching the bad guys. Well, Speaking of other issues, Springfield police say a woman had been drinking and admitted to using drugs before she hit 3 people outside a popular haunted house attraction. It happened this past Friday night at Dungeons of Doom parking lot. The 31-year-old woman hit a Greene County deputy with a car, plus she hit the man that she was with at the haunted house and an employee of the haunted house who was trying to help the deputy out. Kyla Zinner is now facing multiple serious charges. The deputy was dragged partially under that car and has some pretty major leg injuries. And the 2 who were hit are okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But
what a crazy story. Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
There is something that law enforcement surely does not see every day. I'm sure it happens from time to time, but this is kind of crazy. There's a man in custody in Texas County who refuses to identify himself. I mean, of course, he's given different names, but they don't think that it's necessarily his actual name. So then they fingerprinted him and still don't know exactly who he is. Then they took to Facebook to say, hey, public, who is this guy? And in his mugshot, you can see it on all the local news websites. He's like smiling really big. Like it's honestly a bit disturbing. I know, but it just, of course, part of the course that he would be sitting there smiling. Anyway, Texas County arrested him last Thursday for basically being very unruly with some maintenance workers, blocking them in the street from doing their job, bumping into one of them, setting up a chair so they couldn't work on the road where they were. Suffice to say, he is still in jail as they are trying to figure out who he is. And if you know who he is, go online, check out his picture, and you can look at the Texas County Facebook page for the sheriff's office and let them know.
Okay. Well, good luck in finding him.
Yeah. All right. In more serious crime news, government officials are warning of a rising threat of a terrorist attack possible on U.S. soil. This after Hamas attacked Israel just over a week ago now. The FBI director, Christopher Wray, says, quote, his agency cannot discount the possibility that Hamas or other foreign terrorist organizations could exploit the conflict to call on their supporters to conduct attacks on our soil as well. Ray says the Bureau is, quote, moving quickly to mitigate threats, adding that security officials are also on the lookout for lone actors who might commit violence on their own.
Wow. Yeah. Well, back to Springfield, it looks like West Sunshine and Highway 60 have approval to seek retail development with special tax district to boot. Springfield City Council approved a community improvement district, which will increase sales and use taxes by 1% there. The new development is underway now, and it is called the Brody Corners, that is. The tax money will help reimburse the developer millions of dollars for road and utility improvements that had to be made there. And if you see a new bank in business construction around the Ozarks, it seems like there's often a new bank. Well, indeed.
Isn't that the truth, though? Every time I see construction, I'm like, oh, that's exciting. I wonder what restaurant's coming in or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's a new bank.
You get a bank. Well, that's the case in Branson West. The Branson Bank just broke ground on a new branch there. It'll be their fifth big location in Taney and Stone counties. So
yes. And I'm sure it'll be beautiful. That's not the point. They're all beautiful.
Yeah.
But Sunshine and on Sunshine East near like 60 or 65 near Highway 65.
Legacy. Big old
there was a time, this was like a few months ago, but there were so many different like buildings under construction. They all looked like they were cool and coming along. And I looked up all of them and like every single one of them was a bank. I'm like, what in the world? How many banks do we need? But apparently a lot.
No longer like just 1-story banks. It's like 2 or 3-story banks now. They're one up in each other in the bank world.
All right. Speaking of all things financial, Americans might dodge another recession. Economists say that the probability of another recession in the next year is now at 48%. That is down from 54% over the summer. So that's good news. The reasons, they say inflation rates are getting better as well as a stronger labor market.
Well, good. Buy the gold, buy the gold. No, I'm kidding. I can't give
for real though.
advice.
For real.
But I mean, it's not a bad idea to get a couple silver coins. You might need them. Who knows? Well, you might remember the high school volleyball player from Tennessee who was hit by a car in St. Louis, driven by a repeat offender who shouldn't have even been out of jail. Well, Janae Edmondson lost her legs in that incident 8 months ago. And this weekend, she took her first steps with her new prosthetic legs. Onlookers cheered her on as her life has forever been changed, and the driver who hit her will be back in court in March. And so that's great that she's walking, but it's awful that she had to lose her legs because of an idiot. Can I just say that?
Yeah,
because of an
idiot. It was really crazy. Yeah, you can say that because he had quite the rap sheet. So yes, that's fair. All right, switching gears now. And finally, who doesn't love Dolly Parton, right? Doesn't everybody? And also who doesn't love the Salvation Army? The two are teaming up this Thanksgiving for the Red Kettle Kickoff halftime show. That will be performed during the Dallas Cowboys versus Washington Commanders football game. So you'll get to watch it on TV if you'd like. Dolly will ring the signature Salvation Army bell for the official start to their Red Kettle campaign, and should be a great show for everyone to get to watch.
Oh my goodness. I love Dolly so much.
She's so great. I just feel like there are certain musicians. She is one of them. And then I would also put Reba McEntire in that. There's probably many more, but you just can't not love them. You know what I mean?
Legends. They are the legends of country music. And many times they've overcome great crazy stuff in their life to become.
Yeah, no doubt.
So pretty cool.
Yeah. And just, they seem so wholesome. I hope that they really are, because they sure seem like they are, you know?
Yeah. I still can't believe how tiny Dolly is. Like if I stood next to Dolly, I'm like 6 foot. She's like 5 foot.
Yeah. My former photographer,
so tiny.
yes, at the station, Tim Limecooler, he's still in the news business shooting, but anyway, he met her once and he had to mic her up, and I can't repeat the story, but if you can just imagine miking up
where the microphone goes.
It's just the funniest story. It is the funniest story of all time. Yeah, it's his to tell. But anywho,
a little sweaty.
Hot oh my gosh! I'm like, anyway, yes,
enough said.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, enough said.
I think her waist is actually amazing. I mean, she's like what? Probably a size 2, size 6, and then 36.
Dude, she's not a size 2. She's like a 00.
Is she really?
She's gotta be. Well, I mean, I think she's like the size of my forearm. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen her in person, but everybody looks different on TV, because I remember I saw Tiger Woods, and on TV he looks like fairly slender. I mean, he looks like built, but he looks slender. And when I saw him in person, he looked like a daggum football player. I was like, oh my gosh, he's like huge. I mean, muscle, but huge. Yes.
I thought he was always a little bit, just not as built as the others. And he looked like a football player. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, his shoulders are so broad and strong. Yes. In person, it was kind of unbelievable. I know. So that's why I feel like Dolly is probably, maybe legit the size of my forearm. I'm just saying.
Right.
So anyway,
good one to end on.
All right, there we go. There we go, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thank you, Diana, too, for getting up early. We so appreciate it. And Ethan should be back tomorrow. So you get to sleep in. How about that?
I would love that. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being with us. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Bye.